Howdy folks, and welcome to this Let's Play of Hearts of Iron 4, which we were playing as Turkey, or rather the neo-ottoman empire. We're gonna load the line number 20, so this is episode 21. Well, we did declare war upon the Soviet Union in one of the last episodes. So you should see that there is fighting along the front lines over here. In terms of production, we are basically trying to catch up with our losses here. Well, losses basically, we are replacing equipment. So lost equipment that was suffered yesterday. So there is a fair amount of lost equipment each day, it looks like, currently due to the fighting. We try to replenish that. I would say that I just need to increase my weapon production to cover that. Now we do have no national focus set at the moment, which is in itself not a problem. There is some resistance to occupation along some of these borders here. So what I will be able to do, I should be able to then move one of my armies into there, which is fine. Let's actually get the clock running whilst we're basically just talking through all of this. So we're trying to push back the Russians along this front line here. If I can basically push them back to this, is it the Caspian Sea? Is that the Caspian Sea? I'm not sure. It's a lake. It doesn't say really, does it? Yeah, it does say Caspian Sea, so yeah, it is the Caspian Sea. That's to be in the Black Sea. We're also trying to basically rescue our troops here because they are at the moment in a bit of a stalemate position. They are surrounded. Now we are, looks like we are on the, I would say I've said winning side there, but yeah, we're probably going to lose that bunch of armies there. Any troops here along the front? Yes, I do. Now, are we being pushed back here, or are we basically winning terrain here? I'm not 100% sure. There's a large variety of different nationalities involved in the fighting on the front lines here, as you can see. Some battles are being won, some are being lost. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of fighting going on here. I will speed up the clock somewhat to get some movement in here. And as you can see, we just lost that army group there, unfortunately. So we've got units involved in the fighting here. Question I got for myself, well for myself at least in general, is have I got any new troops coming in? Now one way of seeing that is basically seeing whether they actually are part of a theater. So anything that's not part of any theater is of course a new army. So I've got nothing in terms of new armies yet. Now I've got in terms of recruitment a fair bit coming through here. I should be able to deploy some of these. They were almost done anyway, so I'm just deploying them slightly early. That's all of them, it looks like. But these units here are all part of that particular general's army as such. So I'm going to basically make them part of the same. And I'm actually going to assign them to battle here. With some naval success here, it looks like, against the British in terms of destroying some of their ships. Any other naval production I've got? It looks like I got a fair amount of new submarines ready and waiting here. Now, have I got any other ships or groups here? It looks like this one here. So if I do send them into this port briefly, I should be able to tell them to merge. Put them all into one group. They've sunk 18 ships. Wow. Look at that. That's a huge number of ships they sunk. So let's again set them to do search and destroy. Search and destroy, I said. In this particular region. Cool. In terms of aerial superiority, I got superiority there, it looks like. This region I got superiority as well. In this region here, I do seem to have air superiority. Close air support is helping me out as well. Let's have another look at our list of parties, fighters and so forth. I do have a couple there. Greece, I got nothing. Middle East, I got nothing. I got one set of fighters. Is it 5 fighters only? Does look like it, doesn't it? I do have air experience, which I could potentially use to increase the quality of those fighters. So let's have a look at the actual quality of the fighters themselves. So that's the Fighters 2 Mark II. I've got nothing better than Mark IIs, it looks like, does it? Let's leave that as it stands for the moment. Can't make any improvements there. This one is already a Tank 3 light tank Mark 1. Stands at 100% reliability, it looks like. Gun. Improve the gun. I can also improve the engine, which makes it travel faster. I can also increase the armor, and then the reliability can be increased. So that will cost me 90. And I think I will switch over to that Mark II. I suffer a slight decrease in production efficiency, but it will basically mean I got slightly better tanks that I'm working with. Look at how we're fighting on the front line here is going. Looks like we are winning various battles here. Some of them are losing, some of them are winning. Here it looks like, which is good. Oh, we just completed some research, which was this one here. Now we can use this to do our decryption or our encryption. I'll do the encryption one here. Technical improvement and hard-earned experience allow us to implement more traffic flow security measures in our communication. And also improve my decimetric radar. Okay, so I can basically build more radars in a particular field with those. I'd love to be able to see more of what my neighbors are doing, so I'm going to take that one. Looks like this section here we are pushing them back in, which is good. Let's increase the speed again. So we just completed the research in terms of that as well. So we are in 1943 at the moment. We're researching that one already. Anti-tank weapons. We haven't actually done anything in terms of anti-tank weapons yet, so let's start researching that. Probably should have done it slightly earlier if I'd only seen it. Let's have a look at the other front line here. Are we being pushed back? It does look like it, doesn't it? Some attacks are succeeding, some are failing, it looks like here. Let's have a brief look at what's happening in terms of Russia. Russia is slowly overrunning the Japanese territories here. There's nothing happening there, it looks like. Korea, they are slowly being driven back as well. We had a naval battle here, it looks like, where we were able to destroy some convoys. Brief look at our fighters. Ooh, these are standing by. Okay, it looks like I might have to disband them. Any other fighters that are short of manpower? Like C. Let's reassign these. Caucasus is well manned, it looks like. Still winning, at least in terms of pushing them back here. Ace pilot has been promoted. A few take as many risks as the brave pilots of the Turkish Air Force. Bekir Altay, a skilled pilot known as the call sign Easy Kill, has distinguished himself not only returning alive from the recent missions over Asia Minor, but living through significant victories in many critical encounters. Held up a shining example of the Turkish courage, Bekir's recent promotion has been highly publicized. Although the people view war as more hell than glory, many are glad to see that there are still heroes to rally to. Cool. Nice. Very, very nice. Still winning on this front as well, looks like. Where do I stand here? producing enough towards that yet. I need more national support than this one looks like. Daily balance. It doesn't say how many we're losing. Same goes for these guys here. Looks like we do need more fighters though. Is that the latest class I've got? It does look like it. So we switched over to the new one. We basically destroyed some convoys and we're going to research some new items here. We are in 1943 and we can basically increase our hospital efficiency, for example. Push them back further here still, which is good. Good, we're pushing them back even further here, so always good to see. Let's see what's happening in terms of naval. Nothing. Oh, Soviets, interesting. Very interesting. So we're keeping them at bay here, it looks like. Back even further here, which is good. Looks like I got a fairly limited number of troops here. What's the next item I can research? I can basically do mechanized. APCs basically. I can also increase the special force I've got. So I did some further naval battles here, more convoys were destroyed. +1 destroyer against fighters. Interesting. There's American troops here. Ooh. Okay. Apologies. So in the Caucasus here, we are slowly pushing back. We are pushing them back. Destroyed more convoys. Oh no, they destroyed more of our convoys. Unfortunately, no manpower. What can I do in terms of the manpower? So look at our government itself. So in terms of manpower, we can change the conscription type. At the moment we got extensive conscription, which gives us plus 5%. How can we increase that? Factory output will be reduced, construction speed reduced, training span increased. I don't need it yet, but it is getting close to that point. So in total I've basically got 12% of my core population is being available. 0.238 of the non-core population. Militarism, conscription. Right, so let's hold off on that change for the moment being. Now let's have a brief look at what other focuses I could do. Do the destroyer effort. Let's maybe increase the type of destroyers that we got. Soviet Union has a claim on Istanbul. How absolutely lovely. Good thing I'm still pushing them back here. Or am I? Less so than I was before. So I just improve the quality of the mountain troops. So they get additional organization. 1943 we are in. So that's going to improve. Start improving or researching the signal company, it says. What does it do? So I can improve that one significantly if I can. Medium tank will be researched shortly. So we're winning some more battles here. Perfect. Anti-tank equipment. We have just infantry and motorized mechanical receive additional. Resource quality of that. So do I need to produce that separately? Do I? No, it has to already be part of the weapon kit itself. I want to do destroyers as well. So have I got any destroyers in the list? Yes, this one here. Cool. Increase the speed briefly. Let's make sure we win this one. And yes, because they are low on supplies. Liberia joined the Allies. Interesting. What's happening in Africa at the moment? We got the Germans fighting and the Italians fighting the Americans, Belgians, French, Irish. Ooh, who's that? Is that Norway? Or is that Denmark? It looks like... No, Norwegians. Look like the Norwegian flag. So is Norway occupied? No, they're not occupied, but they look to be involved in the war, don't they? Yeah, they are. Okay. They're still fighting in Denmark. Interesting. Spain is fighting there. Some territory was taken from the Germans here, and the Germans just retook it. There's really a back and forth there, isn't there? Russians brought in a lot more extra troops here. A lot more. So that is a tank I researched. Medium tank number 3. Not really doing anything in terms of artillery at the moment, which in itself is not a big problem. Land doctrine. I can actually improve my doctrine here. Reduce my supply consumption. So I'm still pushing them back here. Not by very, very much, but there is still pushback occurring. I guess at this point I'm really reaching a point where they are really starting to push back harder and harder and harder. So there's 17 divisions in this territory here still. They got 63, 68, 69. Wow, that's increasing significantly, isn't it? At the same time though, we are moving here forwards, which is nice. Which is very, very nice to see. There's more victories occurring here, it looks like, as well. Still pushing them back, it looks like. What does that mean? cause an airplane to run more than it has capacity for. Ah, okay. Let's have a brief look at our supplies. That sector here is really overstretched in terms of production. Let's have a brief look at our construction along the front here. Really need to improve the infrastructure, doesn't it look like it? Yeah. Caucasus Mountains. I wish there was some kind of drag to the top or move to the top option. At the moment this is just absurd, having to move it manually from the very bottom of the list to the very top. If any of you know a way of basically doing this, then please let me know. It's driving me bonkers at the moment. I don't have enough production capability to do all those civilian factories anyway, so let's just get rid of some of those. So where was the other one here? Caucasus Mountains. So that one should almost be finished. Once that's finished, you can basically see the next entry coming through. Right, looking at the clock though, I think it's overdue for us to basically call it a day. We've pushed back the Russians quite significantly, I think, along this front here. So let's call it a day. Let's save away the game. So this is Let's Play number 21. There's Turkey. Thanks again for joining me. And like I said, if you got any particular thoughts on how we can rearrange the actual production queue, let me know. I look forward to your comments. Have a great day. Bye bye.